Well. It's the championship week. Who would have thought I'd have been here? Me and Brett going toe to toe once more. It's going to be a tough one. Let's see how these guys got there. Come on now. Let's dive in. How did these two teams make it to the championship? Come on now. Turn this down. Overlooked a mess. Come on, guys. How you doing? Sean and Austin to the third place game for the second year in a row. Want to make sure my output's right. Okay, that it is. Let's dive in. Yeah, I know. Games are still going on. Well, the final game of the Final Four is still going on, but these matchups are officially over. Not yet, but they are officially over. And mine and Austin's matchup was very good. Brett got off to an early start in his matchup against Sean and never looked back. Um, but let me shout out to a wonderful season from all four owners, myself, Austin, Brett, and Sean. We had three. We have three here with 8 championships, as in titles, before this season ends. Austin was the lone one. Austin again, falling short in the Final Four. Back-to-back years in the Final Four for Austin. Back-to-back years playing in the third place game. Maybe he'll get the job done this year for third place. But Austin, pretty successful here recently. But let's focus on Sean and Brett. Sean ends this matchup with 45 players played. Brett will also finish with 45 players played. And let's take a look at the stats. Brett's team shot lights out. Absolutely lights out. They're currently tied in no rebounds. It's 10-1. Brett had 254 defensive rebounds, 208 assists. Trust me, when you see mine and Austin stats, they're nowhere close. He does lose steals by 10. He's 44 blocks, 87 82 in turnovers, 4 triple doubles, 13 double doubles. I made this very clear before the playoffs started. If Brett didn't lose his very first week, it's going to be very hard to beat him. His big four, the guys he drafted and that he traded for. Yeah, they're really good. Sean felt the wrath this week, as I will probably feel the wrath this upcoming week. But we're going, just like Sean, I'm gonna give it my all. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is just a clear cut. I'd like to say this one was close. This was a straight beatdown. A straight beatdown. Brett trying to get the four before Sean, and I like his chances. I like his chances before the playoffs even started. Brett might notch his 14th double double of the matchup as well. Yeah, shout out Brett. Shout out Sean. Heck of a season. Made a lot of trades. Both owners did. Brett went all in on this year, and it's looking like all in is paying off now. When you have Jokic, things are a little different. But yeah, Sean, I'll speak about it before I move on to the other matchup. Sean's going to have some choices to make on who he's keeping into next year. He has Steph, Giannis, Brandon Miller, LeBron, Donnie, Jaylen Brown, and Gobert. That's going to be hard to duplicate getting these guys back next year. But anyways, I don't want to talk about the future. Talk about right now. He's got a tough decision though coming up. Brett's are pretty clear cut. But yeah, shout out to Brett. Going to his fifth. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fifth championship appearance. He's been the four before this. He is 3-1 in championship games. So yeah, Brett's very good in the championship game, needless to say. But let's move on to the other matchup. Myself and Austin. Yes, Cody Williams was put on the bench as a precautionary, just in case. This matchup was up in the air coming into today on Sunday. Austin definitely could have swung it. But at the end of the day, Austin's guys just didn't have a great day. And DiVincenzo had a really good start for him today. Scared me because I thought he was going to get a double-double. He had 9 rebounds in the third quarter, and he finished with 9 rebounds. Get Zubac way too late, and Zubac's not getting minutes. They're obviously trying to move. Kamara was just not the pickup today, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I tried to pick him up as well. He's on a back-to-back, just in case I was in the third place game. Jaden McDaniels didn't show up. James Harden really, really slow week. Obviously, it doesn't have their full week stats because they're still playing. And then Cade. I mean, Cade had a really good week compared to last week. Cade had a very, very good week. He shot the ball really well. Um, but yeah, Austin's going to finish with 47 players, and I'm going to finish with 45. So he will outnumber me in players, but it just didn't matter. And like I said, our numbers aren't even close to Brett's. Um, Austin's going to win by 7 threes. I mean, might be a little more, might be a little less. But all three percentages coming into today was very close, and they're still close. Um, 6 defensive rebounds. Austin did actually take this some point today. He had like 5 players good for my first even went today. Um, I ended up taking a nice steals lead and blocks lead. I'm going to lose turnovers barely, and 3 double doubles apiece. Really low for both of us this week in the double doubles department. But yeah, this one's a wrap. And Austin, like I said, is going to be playing for third with Sean, and I'm going to be playing Brett. This will be my, God, this is embarrassing to say. This will be my 7th championship appearance if I calculated it right, and I am 2-4 in the championship game. Um, so yeah, probably going to go 2-5 in championship games. Been here way too often to not bring many home. Um, the only promising outlook thing I got is I've been to 2 of the last 3. So that's pretty exciting. We are in a completely different format though moving forward. So the goal is to get back again. Um, it's going to be tough. Going to be tough. A lot of these guys, especially Cody, has 4 really good keepers and a really good draft. Um, but yeah, me and Brett. Um, I'm just going to preview the teams because the matchup's not set yet on here. We'll start with Brett, the 1 seed. Um, take a little sneak peek though at the power rankings as they sit right now. Like I said, we're in the final game. Um, right now, Brett's number 1. I'm number 2. Sean and Austin would be the next 2. Will is in between them. But yeah, at least through the playoff power. It usually don't work this way in playoff power. The 1 and 2 will play each other. I was 1 last week. Brett was 2. Flip it this week. Yeah, Brett would have. These numbers Brett had this week would have killed me last week. Um, just need a bad week from Brad. But let's check out the bracket though. Shout out to like I said, Austin, the 10 seed, getting to the final 4. The 6 seeds going to the championship. I think once again, I'm pretty sure the 6 has been quite often. And Brett, as the 1, played the 5. We did have some upsets though in our playoff run. I mean, projected, it's got to have Brett winning this thing. It does. It's got Brett getting 11 categories to my 2 next week. That sounds fantastic. But we'll take a sneak peek at the teams. We'll start with the 1 seed himself. Um, take a look at his schedule here coming up. So we'll start here. He's going to have Santos, Sadiq, Wolf, Bozelis, and Reed. Obviously, I'm assuming he's going to make some pickups tomorrow. Could all possibly not. Then he gets his big 4 on Tuesday, and then he has 3 of them on Wednesday. If I'm in it after Wednesday, I may have a chance. I hate this game right here. This is not supposed to be on their schedule this week. This was a makeup game from earlier this year. Would have been a whole lot easier playing Brett this week with Jamal and Jokic just playing 3. But if I can survive past Wednesday, I only got to see him 2 more times. Sadly, I got to see him on Sunday. Shea does only play 3 times this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Saturday. Mobley just plays 3 as well, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'd love for Jokic to miss a game, but he's too close to the cutoff for awards. So I expect him to go all 4. Really need a clunker from Jamal all week. But those are his heavy hitters. And I mean, Buzelis is good. Raynaud's good. Danny Wolf had a great last game. If I'm hanging around after Wednesday, I may have a shot at this. But it would have been nice if this wasn't a makeup game right here to have just them have his big 4 only play 3 games this week. But it's going to be tough to beat. Like I said, I hate that Jokic goes 4. I don't think I'm going to catch the luck Ryan did last year playing against Jokic and him not play. Like I said, he's trying to get awards. So I fully believe we'll see all four out of Jokic this upcoming week. Moving over to myself, um, tomorrow, Kawhi's not going to play, unfortunately. I've yet to have Embiid. Um, I don't think I've had Embiid this whole playoff run, dating back to February 26th. Yeah, I have not had Embiid on my playoff run, so that's like the one impressive thing I'll take away from it. But even if I do get Embiid back, he plays 3 next week. Bam only goes 3. Bam don't play till Tuesday. Um, Kawhi was my big one this week, going 4, and I might get 2 games out of him. Um, Looking at my other big guys, really just Amen. He's going to go 4, which is nice. Really need 4 crazy games out of Amen, but you know, we'll see how that goes. I got Bane 4, Nick Alexander Walker 4. I mean, these guys are all possible drops. Obviously, I know which 4 I'm keeping in the next year. It's just gonna be tough to beat Brett. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I mean, OG goes 3 games this week. He goes Tuesday and then Friday. I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough to beat Brett. I don't think I have the schedule. The waiver wire is going to have to be really good. Pickups are going to have to be clean for me to beat Brett, and they're going to have to play out of their minds, and Brett's guys are going to have to play a little low. Um, but yeah, I just showed how many transactions I have in for tomorrow, so that's great. It really don't matter. It's just me and Brett picking up. But really though, remember, third place game. Sean and Austin, you're playing for the 11th and 12th draft pick and $100. Um, a top 3 is a top 3 at the end of the day. Brett and myself, I always forget the payment. I think it's 700 and 250. Huge difference between first and second, and our picks will be the 13th and 14th in every single round. Shout out to Heath though, gambling on my first sparks some motivation from me, as it will be at the tail end of every round. So shout out Heath for sparking some motivation. Um, but yeah, really though, good luck to Brett here in the championship game. It's going to be an uphill battle. It would be the icing on the cake for Brett on a heck of a season. One thing I want to look at before we get out of here, I do want to see Brett's season because it's a remarkable one. It really I wanted results. How do I get the results? Matchups, all teams. I did this once before and I've already forgot how to do it. Hold on. Hold on now. Man, genuinely forgot how to do this, huh? Well, anyways, I was going to love to look at Brett's season on, just to look at it. I mean, I think he's only lost twice this year. Um, I really thought it would be here, but maybe where we're in playoffs. I don't know. Shout out to Brett though. Heck of a season. I'm probably going to cap it off with a championship. Um, I hope not, but you know, what can I do? Going to do everything I can. Man, I really want to know where that's at, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to sit here and keep deep diving looking for that. Good luck to everyone in their matchups next week. A little bit of draft picks up for grabs. Big money up for grabs as well. And yeah, Brett's looking for his 4th. I'm looking for my 3rd. I'd love to join the 3. I'd hate for Brett to get the 4 and I'm still at 2 because that means I got to win 2 more to get to the top dog. I'm sure Sean's rooting for me to keep him at 3. At least we'll have a cluster of 3s. There will be no new champions this year to start off the dynasty. And I will say, this is the one I think most of us wanted, as in to start off the dynasty with one, to win the inaugural dynasty season. That would have been really special. So we'll see what we got. Maybe I play the Ryan and Cody game and just submit it's over after Monday, and maybe I'll win. But good luck to everyone playing next week. Only 4 of us, and yeah, set your lineups, Austin and Sean. Still $100 at stake, and I'll see you guys, I guess, to recap it all next week. But I'll see y'all then.